And we are live. Coming back to Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, after a much shorter break than last time. Less than a week. I'm excited for this. Making sure my chat... Yeah, there we go. It's up and running now. And make sure I got everything hooked up correctly. Yeah, I think we're good. So, hopping right in where we left off, I'm guessing, after our ill-fated adventure trying to cross the bridge.
Already disappeared. Nothing lives. He's gone. You were too slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was the trick. I told you.
Now, this is right after we fell down here. Nothing behind us. Personal scariest part. Good to know. I've been very intrigued by the game and just how it presents everything. It's kind of fascinating. I know I'm supposed to walk forward, but I kind of want to go wander down here. Something hidden down here. Of course, I pick the moment when I'm moving real slow to go wandering off the beaten path. No, it doesn't look like anything down here. Can I? Okay, I can still sort of sprint. Mysterious figure of light.
There it is. Your imagination. It's Dillian. Go towards it. Quick, go, run. Come on, before he disappears. Go, go, go.
Let's see, can I get over this? Yes. I'm guessing she thinks that's... Oh gosh, I already forgot his name. Gilliam?
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's inbound.
Dillian, thank you. Knew it was similar.
Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Aha, face.
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
Interesting. I know there's a lore stone around these parts. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised Especially now that it gives us a little more movement. It wants us to kind of poke around. Well, look down close to the water here for a second. Seems like that's all blocked off. As much as I want to find the lore stones, I'm more interested in just seeing where this tale is going.
There he was, the lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Sword play under the shade of a tree.
Come on, you have to.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as
There's
if
one.
dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted, and for the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
He's there, under the tree.
Way off in the distance.
You can see him. Come on, you have to keep. Dillian goes waiting. Going.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Not a happy situation. So it wants me to go that way, so I'm gonna go up this way first. I'm big on collectibles, but every now and then it's kind of like, well, let's focus on the main story. Oh, but hello.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Well, don't leave me hanging there. That's just not cool. I feel like I've heard that story before, like I read it in a mythology book at some point. Interesting. Does not want us going this way. Oh, is this where we started? I mean, wait, no, this isn't where we started. We started in a forest. If anything, this actually reminds me of when we first started crossing the bridge to Helheim, but that didn't go so well. What's funny is it's thundering here and in the game, and I can't tell which is which.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Interesting that these runes almost look like they spell mirror for this section. Beginning to think that the runes in full tell a message. Since one said truth, one was mirror. Wouldn't surprise me. I'm getting closer and closer to the tree. I don't like what looks like bodies hanging from the limbs, though.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with the sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Yikes. Not a happy story, to say the least.
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Different. You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You
world and bliss. If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew. And dance with it, just like he does.
Seems like nothing good can come of this.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel it.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you. I promise.
Well, it's not happy, but at least it's not on fire now.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he not? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you?
That's interesting.
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Looks like that's supposed to be a lore stone. See, we came from there. There's one over there. Another one like the one we just found. Not surprised at all.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out, so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Yeah, not happy at all. And hey, it looks like we actually completed the section of lore stones. Here's the last one.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
Yeah, I've definitely read that story before. Crazy, crazy Norse mythology. I kind of love it. Now, brings us here. And that doesn't look like something we should mess with. I'm guessing that's Graham.
Take it. Dillion left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it.
Imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shards.
And these were the things I found earlier.
Find it. There it is.
Fun times.
Focus.
Let's see what trial awaits us here.
Look. Get closer. What can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword.
I knew it was going to be Tyrfing. Sword that once drawn has to draw blood.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Don't go in there. Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there?
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
I'll find him.
See, can I? Yes.
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices?
I know Tyr only has one arm. That's my only knowledge of Tyrfing, and only because they sound similar. I know that he's like a war god.
Further away. Have you lost him? You're going the wrong.
Can I light that?
You lost him.
Nope.
You lost him. Where are you? Turn left. Turn right. Over this way. What was that?
Oh, hey, a Lorestone.
This way. Nothing. Where are we?
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrfing.
Yeah, I don't know a ton of Norse mythology. I've read a few books here and there. Most of what I know, I learned from the Rick Riordan books. And that you have to take with a grain of salt, because some liberties are definitely taken.
You don't know what they might do. Turn back. She has to keep going. It's not safe here. She has to keep going. If you go down there, no one can save you. It's too scary.
I can hear him.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
The voice is getting louder. Listen, Dillian. Listen, listen, listen. It's him. Listen. It's getting louder. There he is. Keep going. Follow the voice. You're nearly there. Dillian. It's him. He's going to save you. Find the voice. Find him.
This almost feels like it's a Forest of Illusion maze,
It's not him.
but
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
I'm not entirely sure if it's leading me in circles or if it's actually leading me on.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening?
Quiet.
It's not him.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
It's not Dillian. That doesn't sound like him. What's in there? A secret room. Bars. How do you get in there? How does she get in there? Maybe you can.
That voice. It's not Dillian.
Don't give up now. Find a way. You're too close to stop. What's in there?
Yeah, that bodes well. I'm gonna avoid that room for the moment.
Senua.
Okay, I guess I'm not avoiding that room for very long.
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Escaped. Interesting.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Well, made it through that one. I'm guessing there were more ways I could have gone and found more lore stones. Well, I guess on to the next one.
There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy.
Heh, not gonna be easy. Yeah, no, we knew that.
Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you energy? She hasn't got the energy.
Can I just run down here? No. I gotta go around, don't I? Alright, looks like there's 4 of them, I guess. Am I... I gotta go around the long way. I thought there was another way I could get through there. Yeah, not a big fan of Daddy-O's teaching methods. No kidding. Heavy-handed does not do it justice. I guess next we come to this one over here. Oh, excuse you. That's a funny little noise. Are you alright? Think my pup just sneezed on me. Alright, trial number 2.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Lizzie, he says bless you.
Where are we? I don't like it.
She says thank you.
This place feels...
What is this place?
Now we're in a swamp.
It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. There he is. There he is. The light. Go towards it. He's in the house. He's going in. He's disappearing. Follow him. Don't let him disappear.
It's a test.
It's just a trial.
Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
Just one little test to do. You can almost reach him. You can almost see him.
Oof. This is gross.
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water... She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
I thought that was a Valraven portal. And no worries. I actually do have to take a quick momentary break. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Should not be long. Alright. Let's see more of what this place has to offer.
The bridge. It's broken. Fix it. You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it? You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed. You have to find him. Quick, get to the house. Get to the house.
Feels like I gotta look at it from above.
Until you get to the house. Before he disappears, Senua. You have to get in.
Guess no ladder here, or yeah, wall here. So, what's that? Nope, that's not affected by it.
You found a way to climb the tower. The ladder. Quick. What now? You can see it. Aligned to the tree.
There we go.
The bridge.
And now, oh hey, lore stone.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farm hands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. That is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
She did it. You fixed the bridge. She fixed it. You passed the trial. Get to the house.
Welcome back, wizard.
You succeeded.
And we can make it into the house now. That's not good. Oh, no putting it off now.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him. You have to find him. The roofs.
Dillian! They're coming for me.
What's that voice? You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian. Go to him. He's trying to save me. There it is. It's close. It's close.
Whoa.
Move away.
Okay.
Let it see. It is. Go towards it. Run.
And fire. Great.
Run. It's not safe here. Run. Senua, run. You don't even have your sword. You came through the wrong door. How are you going to fight? Where's your sword?
I'm back at the store. Darn it.
Creature. You can't defend yourself. It's Dillian. Find the creature. Where's Dillian? Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is
I feel like I'm running in circles.
You're lost. Dying. This is what death feels like.
Alright, found one.
Focus. Two more. Where are they, Senua? Where's Dillian? Where are you? Don't let it see you. Don't get lost. Don't let it see you. Come on. You'll start to burn. Going. You'll burn. There it is. Move away.
shall I do?
This is taking too long. Can you hear him? You're
Two
lost.
more rooms.
You have to find them.
Where are you? You're lost.
Where are they?
This all looks the same.
Seems like the light is helping me.
The light.
Go towards it. Focus.
There we go.
Focus. Look. One more to find. One more. One dozen. Find the other symbol. You're lost.
Where is he?
Where are you?
Yeah, I ran away from the light earlier,
Where's the door?
but he's helping.
Get out. Run. 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 Let him look at you.
Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
Okay, I'm going the wrong way.
I can't find you.
Nope. Ah. Could not find my way back to the door. Do I have to find them again? Or have I already found them? It's like I gotta find them again.
There it is. Huh? It's close. It's close. Move away.
This time I know to
Senua, move
follow the
away.
lights, though.
You'll die. Run! Run now! Run! It's not safe here. Run! Senua, run! You don't even have your sword. You came through the wrong door.
How are you going to fight?
Where's your sword?
Are you going to defend yourself?
They're coming!
You can't. It's Dillian. Find the picture. Where's Dillian?
Where are we?
It's
It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it?
I'm not safe.
You're dying.
You're lost.
You're dying. This is what death feels like.
So I've been roughly following the right-hand wall, so logic should dictate if I follow the right-hand wall continually, I should eventually get back to where I need to go. Hope that I'm not wrong in that. Nope, wrong way. Why is it? There we go. Found it. Whew. Floor full of blades. Yeesh. Did not particularly care for that section.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing?
Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. It doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
Wow. Did not like that section.
What if you're
But we made it through.
What if we're wrong? The sword will never rise. What if this is the end? It's just a trick.
On to the third
You've been
one.
fooled before, you could be fooled again.
And just realized I don't have any water.
You don't know.
Kind of funny to think right in this area.
You never know which way it's going to go.
Hate fire and hate the feeling of being lost. Yeah. No, I get that. Totally get it. Oh, controller's going crazy here. I actually need to run and get some water. I will be back in about 30 seconds. Alright. Yeah, going through that fire section made me realize how thirsty I was. So let's continue on. Huh. Why is my chat not... There we go. Okay. Chat's running the way it should. Just took a moment to catch up. Alright. Let's see what awaits us in the third trial.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Huh.
The bridge. You've come this far, but the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do now, Senua? What is it? What does it see? The mask is here to watch you fail again. Focus. Focus. Focus on the mark. You want to see what the mark. Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm herself.
Except...
One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Except there's one thing that can kill him. See, I don't think I can open this. Nope.
Dillion, don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to fight Dillion. You need Dillion.
Hi. I have a puppy who
He's
came to
waiting
say
for
hello
you.
to me. Yes, you want petting?
He
I'm sorry,
he's
I'm playing
close.
video games and ignoring you. Yes.
He loves you.
You want to watch me play?
Calling you.
You can sit with me.
Dillion. Dillion, we're here. Dillion. We're nearly here.
So, we've got a rune to find. Something tells me we need to revert back to the other world with the mask. But now we can cross.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. Dillion, there he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go. He disappears. Dillion, don't lose him. Way too many times. He's always let him disappear. Dillion, there he is. Quick. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark. The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses.
He was the only
"I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
And thus Loki knows Baldur's one weakness. Oh, hi! Why are you making so much noise, huh? Are you just bored? Do you want attention?
He saved you. He saved
Let's see, we gotta go...
You can't go up there. You can't go up. Not in this world.
Puppy is jealous, yes.
You can't.
Let's see... Where is... Looks like the other side of the window might be the light, or might be that, or It could be the light it's shining through.
Senua, he's the reason she's alive at all.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you, you have no chance of meeting ever again.
Let's see, can we open this from the dark world? Yes, we can. But seems like we need the
Your curse has
light
claimed
world to actually
Dillion.
progress further.
Poor Dillion. He didn't know. He was kind.
I do like games that have you switch back and forth between two alternate worlds to find a path through. It's very, very different game, but honestly what kind of drew me toward Guacamelee in the first place, or Outland. Although Outland's a little different. Okay. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe I was supposed to push on that as the Dark World. Well, let's try this again.
With your love because he believed in you.
Figure you'd like this world, similar puzzles to what I've seen you solve in the past. Yeah, I like when they play with perception and like changing things around. And hello.
There he is. Where are you taking him?
He's up there.
Place looks a lot more broken in this world.
There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taken part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Loki is the worst. So let's see, this is stairs, so we need to find...
She should have listened to her. Why didn't she listen to her?
There we
She
go.
thought she could define her.
You have blood on your
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on this ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
I will say, if you want some, like, a fun, like, depth into Norse mythology, Crash Course Mythology YouTube series is fantastic.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, a future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
You have no time for this. Speed up.
Yeah. Depends on who you ask.
They're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing?
Alright, seems like it's time to switch back to the brighter world.
You're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle? Kill things that are most precious to
Ask me. I agree, me. Whoa, we are very close to one. Let's see which way. Aha! Let's see, do we need to come? There we go.
They're all about wasting your time, just delay minute by minute. Do you feel safe? What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she can. They mean nothing. Be special.
I'm guessing we'll be able to get up to that other platform now.
The gods are just... What if the gods are laughing at them?
Messing with her. It wouldn't be this. Be the first time.
Alright. See, aha. Is this clear out here? Yep.
Do you remember the way he stroked your hair?
Ah, hello.
Remember the way he felt?
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder. Weep him out of Hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
So, question for you. It seems like there are 4 of these trials. Correct me if I'm wrong. After we complete the 4th trial, is that a good place to potentially stop for the stream? I don't want to get so close to the ending that I don't, that I can't just, like, end off. Like, I think you know what I mean. Like, I'm trying to find a good place to end the stream with leaving a little bit more for next week. Because it seems like we're getting close, judging by the runes. Forethought planning. Loki knows what's up. Oh. Well, I just need to get to the other side of that, don't I? After the trials would be a good spot to stop. There's a pretty big section afterwards. It should be safe till next week. Cool. Good to know. And am I correct that there's one more trial after this one?
Is pointless. What are you doing?
Hello.
Why did you think you could make this work? You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart.
Wolf.
The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Yeah, not a kind punishment. The general consensus I found from most mythology books is most of the gods are cruel. So is there one more trial after I complete this one? Interesting, I don't remember this being here.
He was the only one that didn't mind the curse.
He loved her so much.
Cool. I think I'm turned around. Don't tell me. Yeah, no, I need to go down.
He didn't believe that she was cursed.
He saved you.
Right, I should have stayed in the dark world. This is a fun trial. I like this one.
Dillion!
Be very, very careful.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, and to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Go to him. Go to him.
That's it. Quicker.
Quicker.
Ooh, made it across.
No! No!
Different perspectives. Ooh, good trophy name.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories.
That was definitely my favorite of the trials so far.
Inside, you're disappearing one.
Actually kind of had a sweet undertone to it.
Every time you remember, it disappears. They're going to take everything.
And now for the last one.
They're going to take everything you have. The memories of ghosts.
I wonder if this one's gonna deal with fighting.
They're eating you from the inside.
Because I feel like each one so far has been a different aspect of the game so far.
The Northmen say that their allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom.
This last one actually made my friend freeze in fear, just sat there unmoving, screaming no at both the game and I.
Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me? I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
A breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
I'm guessing your friend has, I don't know what the technical term is, but a fear of the dark.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so
Giving me
quiet.
rumble in the direction I need to
So
go.
dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
Yeah, I could see why this one would mess with some people.
think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze is gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
Reach the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me that the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. Prove that to me in warrior trials. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
It's interesting how it's forcing you to use your senses in different ways.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end? There's a waterfall. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house.
Makes sense, but it doesn't let you run in this section.
I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
Dillian, there's something in you.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
And she's fading away. Apparently that was not the right way to go.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
Am I not supposed to be following the water anymore? Okay, that's where we entered the house. Hello. Don't like that thing. Ugh. Did not like.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Of death.
The darkness is testing you. You are in control.
Yeah, I would say this is officially my least favorite one.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Do you? Help me.
Come to us.
I am ready to be done with this trial. Not enjoying this one. Oh, good.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
Oh, thank God that one's done. Did not like it.
You've done it.
Then again,
3 trials.
I have a feeling that was the point.
Go get the sword.
So, go ahead and tell me, does grabbing the sword start the next segment?
You will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillion was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
'Cause something tells me that it's... Oh, it completes this section. Okay. Wasn't sure if I should wait to grab the sword or if I should wait till next time. Yeah, seriously, did not like that 4th trial. Again, I know that's kind of the point, but ugh. That's good. Yeah, ending after that right after the last section is definitely a low note. So let's go ahead and grab Grimar.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind, and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
He left it here. He wants me to take it.
It was once he dropped into the wells when my friend lost it. Not blaming him at all. That was a nasty section.
But years later, with Zinbel's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. The plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Also, it was not lost on me that in the, section where you're blind and, incapacitated, you did not make any comments during that whole section.
The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
They're coming to get you.
Hold it. Hold the heavy strike. Hold your heavy. Unleash the sword.
Alright, here's the combat I've been waiting for. Let's put this new sword to the test. Alright, I gotta focus. There we go. Ooh, not paying good enough attention.
Quickly get up. They're coming. Focus. Focus now.
I like my new sword.
There's nowhere to run to.
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
So where do you recommend stopping, since you know this better than I do? And creepy.
Doesn't know where she's trying to get to. Is there any escape?
Ah, awesome. With this sword, by parrying, you can break the invincibility of smoke enemies. You can do that without using focus. Nice.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zinbel, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?
Happy times. Okay, so answer me this. If we leave off here, can we finish the game in one more stream? One more hour and a half, 2 hour stream? Stop your moaning, guys. Maybe, probably not. Then, slight different question. About how long would you say is the current section we're in? Like, do you think we can get through this corpse section in under 20 minutes? Alright. Then I'm going to get through this section here. I guess here's a relatively simple question. Will a trophy pop when I get to the end of this section?
Finish this. End it now. Behind you.
She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it.
She finished him. Watch out. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Thank you.
Well done.
If you don't die, you can. Okay. Then I think I feel good. I'll get to the end of this section. Woo.
Surprise him.
Oh, I'm gonna make it.
It's not over. It's not over. Take him down. Take him. There he is. Run towards him. Do something. Get. Focus. You got it.
While my focus is active, take this shield guy out. Yes. Alright. That was a fun battle.
Who is it? Galena.
Where are you?
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
Mother! I need you! Help me!
It's taking.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices.
Your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
That was an interesting tactic he used.
No, she isn't. She is focusing back. Focus is on region. It's coming back. Behind you. They've come for you.
These guys. Nope, nope, did not mean to do that.
Get up quick. It's not over. It's not over. Keep going. She can still do it. Do it. You're close. Behind you. Watch it. Go. Ended it.
Not like suddenly not being able to see. Ooh, learned a new move there. Running attack.
Another one. There's more. You ready? Defend yourself. Right. He's gone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
brethren in this world and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he would thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
Made it through. That was fun, actually. After dealing with the horrors and trappings of the mind, combat has a simpler elegance and desirability, doesn't it? Yeah, it definitely does.
The darkness has taken you, Galena and Senua. Galena and Senua.
There's certainly an amount of simplicity to being able to take a sword to your foe. And that's not a bad question. Somehow I knew we would be crawling across corpses at some point. Just kind of seems in keeping. And there's Galena.
I can't fight it anymore.
Warrior.
Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Zimbel was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help.
He really did. Now I would say this is talking about ending on a high note. We've made it back here. I think this is coming next time. And who knows, depending on how we go, maybe we'll finish up the game next stream. I think that would be pretty awesome. I'm liking this game a lot. It's deeper than I expected. Oh, man. Yeah, woot indeed. I'm gonna need a little bit of rest after this. But as I said, this is a good place to end on. So while I search for a raid target, I'm going to say, as always, thanks for watching, and let's see who we want to raid. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to wrap this stream up rating our old friend Jack. Toxic X Eternity. He's playing right now. Apparently he was just playing Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is a crazy cover of his. But I say let's go ahead and pop over and see what he's up to.